So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Here's Ritter now to throw on their first play. And complete to Drake London. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's insane.
Ritter has it knocked down.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to slip. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Madison, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8. Prescott now. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, they go back to Vaughn again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12 at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott sliding out of the pocket. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. 25 yards there on the catch and run. It was a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Aubrey now for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Oh, a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Darren Hall. And I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Vaughn on first and 10. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. Julian Blackman bringing him down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Cowboys 14.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up. Here's Prescott. This one swung out to Vaughn. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short game.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here it into their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Steps away. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now they'll run it on the toss. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ritter now. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Desmond Ritter, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Falcons 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. so the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll wind up getting just a yard.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay game.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Prescott on first down. He's got it complete to Tolbert. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. To the air again, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Falcons, 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still are devoting enough attention to it. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do much better. Spying on him on passing downs.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And he'll go with the blitz as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. Here's Ritter. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
At the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face a third down. Now come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
On third down, it's Prescott. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here's Vaughn. They'll run for it. Powering his run forward. Fights through him out of crease. He may go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deuce Vaughn, 68 yards. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The extra point and good by Aubrey. They will take the 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Gets around him. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott being chased out left. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, passed it to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it down the field.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see a franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
On 3rd down, it's Hall. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down of 46. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
As you stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down conversion. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 110 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
In motion, that's Tolbert. Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. He's brought down to the one side at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Well, this is certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Vaughn. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Running with Elliott. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here we go.
Here's 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
It's 2nd and inches.
Ready?
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? And they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now first and goal.
10 cycles. Watch out now. 50 fury. 12, 10. 43 rail. Cut.
Ritter. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation. Koo now for the point after. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Falcons 31, Cowboys 24.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
This is first and 10.
47.
Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just... That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try.